Namaste bachon, let's do some DPP problems from Neetprep. You're going to practice this daily practice problems in our RNNEET and you're going to get in between number of questions which you can do. Let's review this DPP, right? Let's start with the first question. In an electrical circuit, the voltage is measured as V, that is 200 plus or minus 4 volts. So V is 200 plus or minus 4 volts and current is given as I is equal to 20 plus or minus 0.2. You need to find the value of resistance. It's very simple. You know the value of resistance is basically V by I, so it has to be 10, but you need to know the significant units. So you need to know what is the standard error, the error of V by I. Now it is, remember, it is V and I, so the standard error of V by I, so both the standard errors gets added up, right? You know the standard error of V and the standard error of I gets added up. Please do this question and put it in the comment box as to what is your answer. Let's go to the next question and then we will come back to the answers at a later stage. The ammeter, second question. The ammeter which is connected in the circuit gives a reading of 0.99 amperes. The internal resistance of the ammeter being 0.1. What is the correct reading? That is approximately, had the ammeter been ideal, that means he's asking what is the ideal current, okay, given that basically you have an internal resistance of 0.1. Now the circuit he has given an external resistance of 10 ohm. So he's asking that if the ammeter was ideal, which means didn't have any internal resistance, what would be the current it would have measured, right? So therefore you need to take into consideration what will be the voltage and then find out what would be the current in the circuit if there was no internal resistance in the ammeter at all, right? So I've given that clue there. Do these two questions, put it in the comment box. Let's review the answers of the first one. Very nice. So this particular question, the answers is very simple. Straight away, you know that the error of V, that is basically delta V by V, that is the error of V by V plus the error of I by I gets added up. And that is equal to the error of R by R. So you need to substitute all of this together. So the error of V, you know, is 4 out of how much? 200, 4 out of 200, isn't it? So that is the error of V. And what is the error of I? 0.2 out of how much? Out of 20. 0.2 by 20. Correct? Adding these two, what do you get? You get 200 is LCM, so 6 by 200. That is equal to the error of R divided by what? The resistance itself. Error of R out of how much? Out of 10. So therefore, you get to 6 by 200 is equal to error by 10. So error becomes equal to 0.3, right? So therefore, the answer for this will be 10 plus or minus 0.3. That is second one, right? Beautiful. We go to the next question, second question on the ammeter. So here you know that basically there is a reading of 0.99 ampere in the circuit. So that is the current in the circuit. So what is the total resistance? That is R plus R, the external resistance plus the internal resistance, right? So that is what you need to do, that you know that voltage is equal to I into R plus R here. So IR, that is I into R plus R. So 0.99 into 10 plus 0.1, that is therefore becomes 9.999. So if the voltage is 9.999, what is the ideal current? Wherein there is no internal resistance. So therefore only V by capital R. So V by capital R becomes 9.999 by 10, which becomes 0.999 approx. So exact figure is 0.9999. 0.999. So remember, which is equal to approximately 1 ampere. So the answer here is just 1 ampere. Do log in for more such DPP questions. We will continue this DPP in the next shots.